I didn't want to bother you because I know it was going live late, but thank you for joining. How you doing? How are you? Um, I'm always happy. I'll be going live, but I'll be like, oh, if Lulu joined, I'll feel even better. So I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for joining. So tonight, what are we talking about? Tonight we just shooting the ish. Yes, let's get the likes up. It's me and Lulu. Just me and Lulu. Just me and you. Okay. Excuse me. I really like I really didn't have a set plan, of things to talk about. So I was just gonna talk about trending topics and everything that's going on. But Lulu, anyway, how was your day today, girl? Um, Lulu says get the likes up. If you're just joining the chat, please, yes, get the likes up. Hey, Michael, happy Thursday. How you doing? Um, come on, you guys. Nobody's hit the like button. Can somebody hit the like? It's a lot going on, you guys. I'm good. I'm good. Crazy week, but getting through it. Are you guys watching the fight this weekend? I heard it's a fight coming on. I love the fights. I don't even be knowing who fight no more because my dad and all his friends and stuff. They whenever. So now it's like if somebody say it's a fight, I don't care who it is. I'm watching it. So it's a fight this weekend, you guys. So are you guys getting the fight? You guys watching it? And I don't even know who it is. I forget the guy's name, but I'm getting it. I like to fight with it. Here we go. Here we go. Um, for those of you that are here, thank you, and please hit the like button. We talking about a real fight. Who's fighting? Does anybody know who's fighting this weekend? Cause I'm gonna rent it. I don't give a dang. I'm renting it. Hey, Michael Miller, welcome to the chat. Michael, did you? Michael has been saying that me and the lounge need to do salt and pepper again. So I'm gonna ask her when she gets back if she want to do salt and pepper. Cause that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Y'all, I ain't got real no. I'm trying to pretend I got some stuff to really. I didn't have a chance to really do a deep dive into everything that's going on. 'Cause it's just so like Diddy got another lawsuit. At this point, you guys, I'm just like, come on, please. Like Diddy did some shit, but come on, y'all are just this new law. Y'all are just doing too much. And it's crazy to me. It's not that I don't think that he did anything, but it's like, first of all, half of the stuff that they're saying, it's like, it's things that you could have learned online. Like at this point, I could even conjure up a story and say that Diddy did something to me. I mean, y'all seen that I did an interview with Malika from Making a Band, right? She worked with him. I could say, through her introducing me to him, that I went to a party, had he started rubbing something on. I'm just saying, and ex worker can at this point, shit, people could say anything. So it's not that I don't believe that he did anything, but it's just like, come on now. Anyway, did y'all hear the latest story? Did y'all even hear about it today? A new one came out. Um, and this morning I did a video for Gene Hackman. I don't know if you guys remember him. I don't know him that well. Did he a goof? That's Michael's favorite thing is calling somebody a goof. Um, did you man, listen, y'all, I'm all over the board. So y'all gotta bear with me. Y'all gotta bear with me. Hey Camilla Douglas, welcome to the chat. Please hit the like button. You said sounds like a that's okay, Michael. So when I first heard it this morning, I did a video, right? And it when I read it, they said two people found unalive, and they said no. How did they put it? They said, but it's not considered suspicious. When do you find two people unalive? This man is in his 90s. He's like 95. She's 60. How do you find two people in the same house unalive and it's not suspicious? It's either carbon monoxide or somebody unalive or double blah blah blah, and so when I first heard it, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So I did a video and I said, this sounds like another mysterious Hollywood situation. And sure enough, as the day went on, they started saying it was kind of weird. So I have a video. Let me see. I found a video where what's his face? Y'all, Perez Hilton. He was talking about it. I'm not gonna go through all the stuff, so I'm just gonna play his video, y'all. Okay, so let's listen to you because some new information came out. Oh, y'all, now I'm really blue. Y'all, when I was younger, they used to call me Smurfetta from the Smurfs because I'm petite. But but listen to this, you guys. I know it is sad. I think it's something weird at play. I don't believe what they're saying. So here, look.
Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and I previously shared with you all that Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead yesterday in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home, alongside their dog. But now we are learning some very disturbing new details. Hackman was 95 years old. His wife, Betsy, was 64. Earlier reports put her age at 63. And according to local police, she had signs of mummification.
Yes, thank you, Lulu. Fair use. Now, this is the part that was confusing to me when they said mummification. So I looked that up, and it sounds like the body mummification occurs, like it can occur with elements in the room, like heating or if it gets cold and things like that. But the way they were saying it, it kind of sounded like they made it sound. Yes, Michael, she's been unalive. Come on, where is the empathy? Listen, Michael, I'm not going there with you tonight because I'm not going to sit up here and get the giggles over something this serious. Please stand on business and help me be serious. At least through this one. Please. Please, let's be serious, at least with this story, okay?
Santa Fe cops went to perform a welfare check on the two of them after a concerned neighbor alerted them that something was off. They hadn't been seen. When police arrived at their home in a gated...
Lulu, are we going to have to put Michael in time? Are we going to have to put Michael in time out?
community, the front door was open when they arrived at the residence.
Now, see, this is the part that pisses me off. They knew when they found those bodies this yesterday when they went in and the door was open. They sitting up here, well, it's really none of our business, but they knew when they found them that damn door open that's some foul play right there. You find two people unalived in the house, the dog is dead too, and you don't find it to be suspicious with the door open? Come on now.
They noted no sign of forced entry. The deputies found a dead German shepherd in the closet of the bathroom, where they also found Hackman's wife on the floor near a countertop where there was an open prescription bottle with pills scattered around, according to a search warrant.
Y'all, doesn't that all sound weird though? That sounds weird. Like, I get the dog being, like, if something happened, I mean, like, if the dog is dead, was it poisoned? I mean, because then that would make me go back to the carbon monoxide, right? But if the dog had to be given something, because it just, I don't know. It's weird.
Hackman was found in what appeared to be a mud room. The warrant stated that one of the...
And what is a mud room? Michael says it sounds like a setup. Yeah, it sounds really suspicious. What is a mud room, y'all? I don't who has a mud room? Shit, I got a bedroom and a bathroom and a living room and a kitchen. What is a mud room?
Deputies suspected Hackman had suddenly fallen. It appears that Betsy was dead for quite some time because her body was in a state of decomposition with bloating in her face and mummification in her hands and feet. There are also a lot of other noteworthy things to pay attention to. As I mentioned, Hackman's wife...
Hey, Crystal Ross, welcome to the chat. Please hit the like button. So we got some elite people in here, honey. Some people with money. Crystal says, A mudroom is a shower room, darling. I didn't know. Thank you for letting me know. Michael says a room in a house designed especially for the shedding of dirty or wet footwear and clothing and located typically. Oh wow, really? Listen, I never heard of that. Like I'm in California. I mean, thank y'all. How come I didn't know? Lulu is saying, "Welcome, Crystal."
Discovered in the
Thank you guys for
bathroom.
letting me know. I
A
didn't know.
deputy saw a black space heater near her head. The deputy believed the heater could have fallen in the event that Betsy abruptly fell to the ground. And the space heater being next to her could have contributed to the decomposition that was observed by local police. Also, extremely important, authorities cited in the search warrant that there were no signs of carbon monoxide leak or poisoning and no evidence to indicate any issue with the gas pipes in and around the house.
Now I know that they can determine that like instantly because I just had to have PG&E come to my house like a day or two ago, and they have a little meter thing that they pull out to see if they can detect it, and that takes like 2 seconds. So if it was carbon monoxide, it would still be in there, right? And if somebody, well, okay.
Miraculously, while one of their dogs sadly died, two other dogs were found alive on their property. And now authorities in Santa Fe are labeling their death as, quote, suspicious.
And by them saying suspicious, that means it's a red rum investigation to me.
Affidavit says, quote, the death of the two deceased individuals is suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation. Meaning, after they went to perform the welfare check and they discovered all that they saw, they went and they got a search warrant so that they could thoroughly investigate and look through everything.
Right, Michael, something ain't right. I mean, I feel like when they first went there, they knew something was weird. But I actually have a copy of the affidavit and the search warrant. It's about 5 or 6 pages, so I didn't go through the whole thing, but it's definitely suspicious. And his daughter, some people were saying maybe his daughter had something to do with it because she initially came out with the carbon monoxide. But hell, if he was 90, then she got to at least be 60 or 70, right? I mean, like, you think this old lady is setting her daddy up? I don't know. Could be.
In the house. As for Hackman, they discovered him fully clothed, and they suspect that he may have suddenly fallen because his sunglasses were found next to his body. And they are definitely certain that there was no carbon monoxide poisoning. The fire department came to the house and advised that they did not see any signs of carbon monoxide leak or poisoning.
Oh, you guys, please get the likes up. But you know what I was just thinking? If it was, okay, so since the door was unlocked, then it's somebody who had access, went in their house and was able to leave. And if it wasn't a forced entry, then it could be somebody, you know, those older people, they like tea and stuff. Maybe somebody prepared them, you know, like they had like a little lunch or something. He went in the room because it just says like they failed. So they had, to me, they ingested something. There's not like a shot wound. So I think somebody prepared them something, and then at different times they kind of fell out in the house. I mean, I don't know what y'all think.
The New Mexico Gas Company conducted testing on the gas lines in and around the house and concluded, quote, as of now, there are no signs or evidence indicating there were any problems associated to the pipes in and around the residence. And in a press conference earlier today, Sheriff Adan Mendoza said that the couple, both of them, had been deceased for quite a while when deputies found their bodies. Hackman's family have released a statement following his death. He and Betsy were married since the 90s, but did not have any children. The actor did have 3 kids with his previous wife.
So that's another thing. Like, what's the will looking like? Was it recently amended? Yeah, we got to look at all those things too.
And they, along with one of his grandchildren, released a joint statement that says, quote, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of our father, Gene Hackman, and his wife, Betsy. He was loved and admired by millions around the world for his brilliant acting career, but to us, he was always just dad and grandpa. We will miss him sorely and are devastated by the loss." His son, Christopher Hackman, is 63, daughter Elizabeth is 61, and daughter Leslie is 57. Many famous co-stars have also paid tribute to Hackman, including Clint Eastwood, who said, quote, "There was no finer actor than Gene, intense and instinctive, never a false note. He was also a dear friend whom I will miss very much." Hackman and Eastwood starred together.
Y'all get the likes up. Michael said, "Cap, what's Cap, Michael? You don't feel that the grandkids and the children are sad about him passing?" I ain't gonna lie, they probably like, "Oh shit, now we get some money because y'all." Oh, Michael, thank you. That you hit wig shift here, y'all. Listen, that's a good point because you know what? If he passed and he had kids, his wife would be the next in line to receive his all of his assets, right? Unless he had like his wills, whatever. But they were married for 30 years, right? So that means to me, by them getting rid of both of them, the kids as well as the grand. Oh, that is an idea because the kids would not have gotten anything. I didn't even see what his net worth is. I gotta go look up his net worth. Wow. So yeah, this is really starting to look like a unaliving to me.
The 1992 Western movie Unforgiven. The legendary Morgan Freeman also paid tribute to Gene Hackman.
Now I don't like Morgan Freeman no more because wasn't he going with his granddaughter? Some girl that like the little. I don't know if she was his bio granddaughter, but like it was a 30-year age gap, and you done seen this girl grow up, and then all of a sudden you going with her. Yeah,
starred in Unforgiven in 1992 and again worked with Hackman on the 2000 film Under Suspicion. Morgan Freeman says of Gene Hackman on social media, quote, "One of the personal highlights of my career was bringing the French film Garde à Vue, Under Suspicion, to life with the incredibly gifted Gene Hackman. And of course, Unforgiven. Rest in peace."
Yeah, Michael, that's what I heard that he groomed her and they got married. I think they're still married, to be honest. I think they are.
Peace, my friend. It's unclear what communication his children have had with law enforcement, but his daughter, Elizabeth Jean Hackman, told TMZ she believes their deaths may have been caused from toxic fumes. That seems to go contrary to what local law enforcement said in their press conference today. Law enforcement did also say that foul play is not suspected at this time. And
Hell, if you find two dead bodies, what you mean foul play is not suspected? What else is suspected? Some kind of a miracle or some alien invasion? Come on now, stop playing. Y'all, please get the likes up. Please hit the like button. You said they, okay, so they are still married. Okay. Because I know he got a lot of flack about that. I know people were coming down really hard on him. And then I had heard at one point that they were getting a divorce, but maybe not. Michael says the dog did it. Michael. Okay.
and obviously, causes of death have not yet been determined. What that means is there was no
But if the dog did it, why would he unalive himself? I mean, because anything is possible.
pew used, there was no intruder, there was no, rope or anything like that. Some of the details, though, are just puzzling. Like, The pill.
Can y'all get the likes up, hit the like button? But you guys know there should be like some security cam, because if you listen to the groundsman, the person who the groundskeeper, caretaker, he was saying that their house didn't even have an address. So it's on a pretty big property. So I would imagine at their age and with the kind of money he had, like, didn't he have there should be some kind of security footage or something.
And then if she died first, what caused him? Or did he die first and then she took a bunch of pills? Is that possible?
Oh, that's a
This
good
is just
point.
speculation. But
Oh,
police are actively investigating and autopsies will
but then if he died first, then why would she take pills, and how did the dog die too? Like that. I mean, I don't know.
be performed
Crystal says, "What did? Let me see what Crystal says. Oh, that's giving Karen Huger allegedly. I'm gonna play Karen Huger as well.
to determine a true cause of death. But this is a lot to take in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a
My
mystery.
thoughts go out to their loved ones.
Hey, loving myself. Welcome, girl. How was your day? How you doing? Happy Thursday. Sending you a heart. Well, let me literally send you. Hey, welcome to the chat. Um, Shout out to loving myself.
Ay, ay, ay. Thoughts on all that we've learned? Let's discuss in the comments section. And a big hug to you all. I could use a hug, so I'm sending you one. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you so much, truly.
Y'all, I'm like Perez. I could use a hug too. So a big hug to you. Yeah, y'all, that was crazy. Can y'all get the likes up? Please hit the like button. So, like I said, I mean, we're gonna keep watching this. We're probably gonna hear some more later. Here, that is some weird stuff going on. It has to me, it's probably going to be something related to his will. The kids want the money. Loving myself says, hey Lulu. And for those of you that are just joining, please don't forget to go follow Loving Myself on YouTube and Lulu's World 93 on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Pow. Okay, you guys, so let's listen to Karen Huger. So you know she was sentenced yesterday. Well, no, she was sentenced, and then yesterday found her sentence was given. I forget how they say it, but anyway, she had to go to jail, turn herself in yesterday, and so we're gonna hear her address the judge and the people in the jury. So let's listen.
For allowing me
Sorry, you guys.
to have the trial. I think it was the mirror I needed to take a hard look at myself and the direction I was headed in. I think my prior cases, I showed up to court, followed the advice of my lawyers, got the case resolved, and went my way. I like to think I took the cases seriously, but this certainly has been such a much different experience for me. An experience that demanded that I take a look at myself, truthfully. I think for many years I was putting a Band-Aid on some personal history that was leaving me very unhappy. It is possible that just like taking daily medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol, I just thought medication for depression and anxiety was something that came with the territory of getting older and having more responsibilities and more to worry about. And certainly there was a sense of entitlement that I should be allowed to keep on consuming.
Thank you, Michael.
I've been successful. It's been 15 years since my last DUI. Why should I give up the social indulgence? Well, this case is why. Drinking responsibly, especially while taking medications, mean not drinking at all. I failed at that miserably. I understand how lucky I am that I hit a tree. Thank God I did not hit a pedestrian. In recovery, I was told of a young man named Kevin who hit a tree when he was 17 years old. Kevin was in a coma for 30 days. Kevin is now permanently brain damaged and his life was that I was spared because I have a responsibility to use my unique optic lens and teach others and affect quite possibly millions of people with the message of not drinking and driving. I understand better the brutal clarity of the fact that when you're behind a car driving, you're not just driving for yourself. It's my responsibility to make sure my community members make it to their destination safely as well. I want to apologize for my attitude back on March 19th. They were truly professional and gracious toward me at a time when I was not.
She was horrible to those officers. I'm the grand dame and da 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 da.
And I was wrong. I should have handled the situation differently. Your Honor, I have a lot on my plate now, but I understand this is all for a very good reason. I will not let you down. I will not let my community down. I will follow through on everything I am currently doing to maintain my sobriety and everything you ordered me to do. And I can assure you that AA is going to remain a part of my life for the rest of my life. I will graduate out of programs, probation, and interlock terms will end. But I know that the relationships that I'm creating with AA could and should and will last a lifetime. Those relationships are the greatest offer that I can offer you of my terms of sobriety and success. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Yeager. I appreciate your comment.
Yeah, so that was Karen addressing the judge and, the jury, the people were there. Michael says, copping, please. Yeah, I mean, after 4 times, like, you need to do some time. There's another influencer that is just, I just saw yesterday, I forget the young lady's name, but she had to turn herself in. She unalived somebody. So these people need to take it serious, like it's somebody's child or mother you could hurt, so that's why with Karen, I hate to, I'm usually a soft person with stuff like this, but you can't just be going out there putting other people's lives in jeopardy, so I'm glad that she got the time. She actually got 2 years. She got like 1 year suspended. She got 5 years probation. She will not be able to drive for a whole year after she gets out of prison. And she also will have to have some kind of interlock on her car. So she won't be able to just hop in the car and drive. And, I don't know. Crystal says, did Karen marry her grandmother's husband? No, that's a lady on the other show. That was one of the housewives of, like, not Denver, but up there where the Mormons, I forget the state. But yeah, no, that's the other show. Yeah, but not Karen didn't. And Michael says that's not enough time. I mean, I kind of feel that isn't either. But I mean, at least she didn't hurt nobody, And I think at her age, hopefully by now she'll get it together and she will stop this. She just needed to learn her lesson. But yeah, 4 times, that's crazy. Like, man, what were you thinking, girl? And I feel like a lot of these celebrities, they think that because they are celebrities that they could do whatever they want, So y'all, we have to get into this other drama with the whole Epstein files. So let's talk about that. Let me play this video. Hold on, y'all. Let me play this.
Files on your desk is when can we see them and what's take one of the
So you guys know they've been telling us that the files were going to be released today. However, and I have a copy of those as well, the pages, a lot of the stuff that they, first of all, it's old information. A lot of this stuff was already released, so we knew some of the people associated. So it's not like it's
the things a lot of people are wondering.
It's not like it's anything shocking. But the other thing is that they have one page and the whole thing is black.
Because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. Is
redacted.
When can we see them?
Thanks,
and
Michael.
what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to,
so let me say this. So I was reading like why a lot of the information is redacted and everything. Let me see if I could click on this real quick to see if this. Okay, do y'all see this? Masseuse, do you guys see? This is one of the redacted documents. Where are the names? What's up? Okay, so it goes up to let's see. Maybe this is the document she's talking. It's like these are literal names, 254 names. But why is it black? And they're saying that they're trying to protect the victims, but I don't think so. I feel like they're protecting the perpetrators, to me. Okay, but let me get back to damn, I lost it. Okay, here we go.
to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What
Lulu,
kind? Are we going to see who?
Lulu, you said including, who? I mean, who are you thinking? Jay-Z, because I heard Jay-Z was on there. But we heard a lot of the people we already heard, so I haven't heard anything new. But who are you thinking? Let me know.
Who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
Yeah, so the documents that we're seeing and that have been released, they don't really say anything. But let me just go over this, what it says. Hold on. So basically, it says the Justice Department on Thursday released a long-awaited trove of documents related to the notorious predator Jeffrey Epstein, including his contact list, flight logs, and a list of evidence the government amassed against him. But the roughly 200-page document dump provided no big revelations. Exactly. I feel like they kind of got us into thinking it was going to be some big revelation. We were going to find out something, and it's not. It says, hold on, Attorney General Pam Bondi has since claimed a witness told her that the FBI field office in New York has demanded the Bureau fork over the material so that they can disclose it to the public. Michael Miller says 3 presidents been there. I'm sure we know Clinton's been there. We know some people from the UK, the royal family. I mean, a lot of people. And here's another thing that they said. Just because somebody went there didn't mean that they participated in the sexcapades. But I mean, I think just this whole thing of them telling us what the revelation, it doesn't say nothing. It says among the famous names in Epstein's contact list released by the Department of Justice Thursday, Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger. Well, we know Mick was crazy. Michael Jackson. Well, we know he liked children. Alec Baldwin, Ethel Kennedy, the mother of Robert Kennedy, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, supermodel. Well, we know Naomi Campbell. Her name's been all up and through there. And rocker Courtney Love. Let's see. Michael said, yep, Trump. Well, definitely Trump. Others include Bob Weinstein, the brother of Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, David Koch, late Senator Ted Kennedy, actor Ralph Fiennes, Kerry Kennedy, lawyer Alan Dershowitz, John Kerry, actor Dustin Hoffman, Ivanka Trump, Liz Hurley. The president's name was not on the contact list. Interesting. Now you know, uh, she wasn't. His women weren't going there without him. Why would their names be on the list but not his? So they probably. You guys know with those lists, sometimes they just don't put everything down. They probably put a number or some kind of a fake thing. Can y'all get the likes up? While the list of names on the contact list were revealed, their addresses and contact information were redacted. The majority of the names on the list, if not all, had been previously reported in the year's lawsuits and documents leaked in the case. So it was nothing new there. In addition to the contact list, the Department of Justice released a redacted list of the masseuses and blacked their names out because they were victims. Okay. Also in the binder were Epstein's Lolita Express private jet flight logs, which has previously been made public with redactions. Yeah, okay, I'm going to show you guys this. So they have pictures of Mike. Mike wasn't looking good, y'all. Mike was not looking his best. This is, I don't know why they have a picture of him, but this is Miguel. It says 2 copies of Epstein's Little Black Book had already been made public with 349 names of associates from the 1990s. 1 copy went up for sale for auction. So Michael Jackson, there's Alec Baldwin. It says a source who reviewed a binder containing the first tranche of information called Phase 1 said Thursday's release would likely be a disappointment. It was for anyone hoping for bombshell revelations about any potential damning ties of high-profile politicians and business leaders to the sex trafficker. The thing is, see, that's the thing. They make us think that it's gonna be all of this big revelation and we're gonna find out stuff, but we really know that they protect each other. Half those people on that list, they are going to protect. The people who have power will never know. Their names are going to be redacted. That's what I believe. And they're probably gonna do the catch and kill. It was not immediately known if there would be a further Epstein-related information dumps, but the binder's name, the binder's name implied there could be additional phases. I'm so over this. It's nothing. At this point, who cares? But there is another guy who talks about it. Let me go. I'm going to show him because he goes into depth about it too.
This was like if this was the Biden administration, this is the kind of thing.
Can y'all get the likes up? Please hit the like button.
That I would go, these crooked sons of, are we 2 minutes in? These bitches. You know? These little bitches. Like, why would they do this? Why would you say you're going to release the Epstein file? You guys know what we want to see. And you put out a bunch of information that's already public and then a bunch of blacked out pages. What, just to like gaslight us or what? What were you going to say, babe? Yes, this is live.
Yes, we're live. No, I was going to, the 9/11 right there, autopilot, that's what I said when I first thought. I was like, well, the only thing that makes sense to me is possibly there was a bunch of stuff in there that was, I don't know, they couldn't release for national security reasons or whatever. I mean, I don't know. We don't know.
Well, maybe some stuff. Okay. Here's
because I think he was a spy too.
Of course, he's a spy. Of course, or at the very least,
I think that they didn't release the names because these are elites. They are still protecting certain people. Period. Just the fact that he was unalive. When you're supposed to be in federal custody, he's in prison. How does he get to unalive himself? He was supposed to be under suicide watch. So that doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe if they release the files, obviously there's a bunch of people from our government that we want like outed. We want to know who was there and who was doing what. But maybe there's people from other countries where we have leverage over the other countries because we have that knowledge. And once it's released, you lose the leverage.
That is 100%. Exactly correct. And what I was going to say is the reason why blackmail is this kind of like silly, like, I don't know, funny is not the right word, but the reason why it's a little bit complicated is because you have this piece of information, right? If you're a person like Jeffrey Epstein, you're not a journalist, right?
Right.
You're a power broker, right? So you have a video of pick a high-powered person, okay? And you're like, hey, I know you don't want anyone to see this, right? And you do that because you want them to do what you ask them to do, right? Or you want, in reality, it's more likely, you want them to do what your handlers want them to do, which is probably Mossad or the CIA or both, right?
Yeah.
The second that anyone sees that video, whatever you have on them, it becomes valueless instantly.
Exactly.
It goes from this incredibly valuable thing that is immediately valueless overnight.
Please get the likes up, hit the like button, you guys. And that's the thing. There's video evidence that they have not shown us. They're talking about these PDFs and these files, but we want to see the video footage.
Becomes public knowledge, yeah.
Exactly. The only reason it has value is because no one's seen it. So, like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I'm in high-level American government and I'm a person you guys can trust to do what's best for the United States, okay, there will be like a handful of, I will throw some people to the wolves because I promised you guys that I would, right? It's like, oh, you guys want to know what's going on at Epstein Island? Like, I'm going to pick some big fish. I'm going to throw them to you for you guys to devour them, right?
But they didn't give anything.
But I'm not giving everything up because that would be bad management. I'm responsible for delivering good outcomes to the United States. That's my fucking job,
Correct.
right? And so if you have these billionaires and you have, because you guys, I'm sure, have heard the term silver or lead, right? Silver or lead.
Right.
It's, we're either
Money or
going
the
to
bullet?
pay you
Yeah.
or we're going to kill you. That's like, that's how the cartels do it. But with blackmail, it's the same exact thing. Well, I'm sorry. It's not the same thing. I'm sorry. It's like,
So I guess essentially he's saying that there probably are some people that they still have videotapes and information on, and they're holding it because they can still profit on it versus turning it over, because then it all goes away. And then if they're exposed, then there's no more money to be made.
there are people who become so wealthy and so powerful that money does not move them. This is my wife, for anybody who's new here. This is Gabrielle, my wife, mother of my 3 children. We've been together for 18
And
years.
we have a channel. Come see us over there. Play with matches.
There's a link in the description.
It's fun.
So it's like, there are people where there is not a number you can motivate them to do certain things with. Like if you're a state actor and you're like, I need you to go use that contact over there and I need you to do this thing. And it's like, we'll pay you, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, nah, because they have too much money. You can't motivate them like that.
Right.
But if you have a video of them sticking a glow stick up a 14-year-old's ass, like
Why not?
they are going to do that shit if you ask them to. You know what I mean? So like I don't want to know what's in the Epstein files at the expense of things that people who are in government leadership that I trust, I don't want them to give up leverage that they have on people that are going to lead to better outcomes for the United States. Outside of that, throw them all to the wolves, dude. Every single one of them. I
don't think any of them need to be protected. If any of them are doing something that is illegal, especially to a child, it needs to be turned over.
Every single one.
Yeah, it is weird that they didn't release anything.
And here's the thing is like, it seems like the people whose like bright idea to do this was not really dialed into the community on what was already out there. Like, I think that they seriously thought
They were giving us something.
yeah, we'll give them the flight logs. We're like, bitch, we had the flight logs for 4 years.
Right. We already
5
had
years,
that.
whatever.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So are they saying it's going to be like per Candace's tweet? Is that what we still call them? And now I don't know what they're
Post,
called.
post, whatever.
She was saying something about stages. So are they saying they're going to release more?
That's what they said. So Sunday Living, thank you for the super chat. Whoever's in charge of putting out lists will take people that benefit, but you will never truly see the real list ever. I totally agree.
100%.
Totally agree. And but really more than anything, what pisses me off about this thing is like, it feels like a phony publicity stunt, you know, and you're like, why are you guys doing? No one was expecting you guys to just put it out immediately.
There was so much other good stuff happening that we're on a roll. We were like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, we didn't.
It's going to happen.
You know.
Yeah.
So this is the reference that I made in the title and the thumbnail about the FBI being at war. This is what I'm talking about. Oops, sorry about that. Bodybuilder, what's up to you also?
Good day.
Okay, so this says, breaking, Attorney General Pamela Bondi just exposed the FBI for withholding thousands of pages of Jeffrey Epstein's files. They only handed over 200 pages.
But Christopher Rintel, member for 6 months, thank you very much for...
They only turned over 200 pages, mostly flight logs and victims' contact lists, while secretly sitting on a massive trove of evidence and
the
videos.
Membership, dude, good day, just how's it going? How's it going? Cobber? That is a word that sounds like something that Australians say that I'm going to adopt.
What does
Keep
it
up the good
mean?
work from Australia. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you very much. Okay, so check this out. All right, so this right here is what they put out on. This is from Pamela Bondi. She's the Attorney General, the most powerful attorney in the DOJ. She runs the DOJ, and she says, "Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers."
Okay, pause really fast before you go on. So Patel,
He's the new FBI director.
New,
Fucking,
new administration?
he's Trump's guy.
Okay.
He is 100% with us.
Okay.
Him, and then his deputy is oh my God. Again, this is every single day. I literally talk about this guy all the fucking time.
Well, once your NAD shot starts working.
I know.
Your brain's going to be so good tomorrow.
This is insane. This is not a person who's named. Oh my God.
Okay, you guys, so I'm just going to stop him right there because, So bottom line is they claimed that they were going to give us all of the Jeffrey Epstein evidence, video evidence, as well as logs and documents and documents on top of documents. I mean, and there's thousands of pages. They only turned over 200 pages, which means there's so much information missing, and they redacted like pages and pages and pages. So apparently this lady has asked them, Pamela Bondi, the Attorney General, has said, I'm giving y'all 12 hours to give me all the ish that you promised, and I want to see it. So tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, we'll see or we'll hear, whether or not they complied. I don't think that they will, because they're going to keep trying to protect the people that they're trying to protect. So anyway, in other news, let's talk about, I like this guy. He also talks about Usher. Now, I did a video about this last week where Usher kind of lightweight exposed the fact that he may have been touched, and people are assuming that he's talking about Diddy. I don't know. It could have been a female. It could have been somebody else. But apparently it happened when he was younger. So let's take a listen to this. And while we're doing it, y'all, let's get the likes up. Please, let's get the likes up.
You know what I mean? We don't know for sure. I mean, I got to say, man, listening to these guys talk, absolutely expert defense attorneys giving their takes on this, I think he really might walk too. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. I mean, I got to say, man.
Okay. So basically what he's talking about is a lot of the legal analysts are saying that the way Diddy's team is attacking the search warrants and the Mann Act and all of these various things in the case, that they're coming up with a good strategy, and that they think Diddy's gonna walk. I say BS, no sir, no ma'am, no spam. He's gonna do some time, in my opinion. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see. Oh, I hit the chat. I didn't mean to do that. Please get the likes up too, you guys. But yeah, I don't think Diddy's gonna walk. But let's listen to what he's saying.
These guys talk, absolutely expert defense attorneys giving their takes on this. I think he really might walk too. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but Usher did an interview with this woman, Keke Palmer, and my goodness gracious, man, this is a crazy clip right here. And we are going to take a look at it because Usher indicates that his first experiences with that type of content were not necessarily consensual. It is a really wild clip. It's like, I think that we're getting to this point where as much as people are like,
Michael, so who's got a RICO case? Are you saying this guy, the Jesse guy, has a RICO case, or Diddy? Because if you're talking about Diddy, I absolutely agree with you.
Usher and Bieber, like we're still like speculating.
Oh, I think I get what you're saying. He's got a RICO case. Game on. Yeah, exactly. Man, he's not getting up from up under this. The best that they can do is plead down. Plead some of his years that he's gonna do time. That's all. I mean, they got him. I'm not even talking about all the civil cases. But can you guys get those likes up? Let's get the likes up, people. Come on.
I don't know for sure, right? Like we don't know for 100% sure that Diddy got to either of those guys, but I feel like there's so much
Michael,
press about it.
I got
so many
it.
people talking about it that they are starting to think that everyone knows. You know what I mean? Like that's how this feels. The way that he answers this question, it's really kind of messed up, dude. I gotta be honest. Like Usher seems like a nice guy, dude. Honestly, like a really nice guy. So, and again, he was like a kid when he lived with Diddy. So we're going to watch that clip. We're also going to take a look at this bombshell.
Y'all get the likes up. Please hit the like button. I agree, Michael. I think that he definitely is going to have to take a plea deal. And I was saying that I think that's why Anthony Rico left the case. But y'all know since all of that, since he left, everybody's been saying that he left because Diddy is into necrophilia or necromancy and all of this stuff. I don't know about all of that. I mean, he could be. But I just think that he wants Diddy to take a plea deal because he knows he's not going to win this.
Panel that was on Piers Morgan, and they're all talking about why they think Diddy is going to walk on this case. It's like a really good watch right here, dude. We're gonna definitely take a hard look at all of this, and I'm gonna react to it. And I'm gonna make it both bigger. I just realized they're both kind of small, so there's no reason for that. Let's see if this one's still in the frame. It's not, of course it's not, because that would just be too easy. Anyway, let's jump right into it though. And by the way, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, that would be amazing, because then you will hear when I do more stuff on Diddy or any other thing that I cover. And keep in mind, this case is going to trial very soon, and I am definitely going to be covering every single development related to this case throughout the entire trial, throughout anything that happens with Diddy. Believe me, I'm covering it. So if you want to stay up on that stuff, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you know when I upload, and go ahead star. Okay, now he actually spoke about this. Usher spoke about this 8 years ago on the Howard Stern show. We're going to watch that right now. And this is good backdrop, knowing what you know about Diddy now, and then looking at this quote from Usher. So check this out.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13.
Thank you, Michael. I haven't. Like I said, I wasn't as prepared today, but I follow this stuff all the time. I just forget the names, but I follow it all the time. But thank you. I appreciate the nod. Thank you. Can y'all get the likes up? Please hit the like button, you guys.
Went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim.
Now, you guys, okay. For those of you that are big rap fans. Y'all, I just found out, didn't know it. Biggie Smalls, his last name, Notorious B.I.G., last name Smalls, okay? That's not his real last name, Biggie Smalls. Diddy's mother's name, her maiden name is Janice Smalls. Is there a connection there? Why is this Biggie Smalls have the same last name as Diddy's mother, Janice? We know her as Janice Combs, but in this new case where she is being sued, they reference her last name as Smalls, y'all. What is up with that? Somebody in the chat, y'all gotta let me know what you guys think about that. That's a whole nother angle I never even thought about.
Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They ain't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Or you do?
How does your parents not know you're like 13 years old and your parents don't know what's going on? That's a problem. And that's how he got taken advantage of. His mama should have known, and the daddy too.
Doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat, or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
What
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to puffy camp?
Nope.
Hell no.
See?
Yeah. So
But you took.
I more watch his eyes, dude, than anything else.
But he took.
You know? I more
Justin
watch his
Bieber
eyes.
though.
He's like smiling and laughing, but I don't know, man. There's something behind those eyes that seems a little bit not that to me. But anyway, all right. So now let's look at the actual, the interview in question, because this is super. I mean, again, think about what we know about Diddy and then listen to this answer that he gives, okay?
This is the last one, for real.
Okay.
I've been playing around. I was trying to trick you just then. How old were you when you had your first kiss? And who was it? That's a sweet one we'll end on.
How old was I when I had my first kiss? That I actually intended to have.
Now, wait a minute.
There was a couple of,
Okay. Well, you know what? That one's stupid. It's out.
Dude, I like her now. Because look at it.
Your favorite song ever that you've done. Your favorite song of yourself. And you can, if you want to pick one, your favorite one to sing.
I don't know.
Are you tired of because like she picked up on that fast where she's like,
Yeah, they said Kiki picked up on it, and the fact that she switched and moved on to something else was like really that it showed a lot of empathy on her part and showed a maturity, a level of that she kind of was reading his body language and the fact that she didn't want to go down that angle with him. So shout out to Kiki for doing that.
I just stumbled on I just stumbled on a nerve right there, right? Oh, by the way, if you're not following this channel, this is my other channel that my wife and I do. The link is in the description. Talk about something completely different. But for those of you who don't know, there's history between Usher and that woman, Keke Palmer. I knew I recognized her name when I first saw it. Okay, so you guys may remember this. This went mega viral when this happened. Okay, so this is Keke Palmer right here. And she's the one on the left. That's Usher on the right, obviously. And so she had just...
Can y'all get the likes up? Somebody hit the like button. Please, let's get the likes up. Shout out to Lulu. If you guys aren't already, go follow Lulu's World 93 on TikTok, Instagram. And shout out to Michael for saying, Lulu, your messages are positive and uplifting. We thank you for that because they really are. So if you guys need to be uplifted and some positive messaging, go follow her.
A baby with this dude, right? As a matter of fact, I'll just read this to you because this is actually really fascinating. And then, it's like one of these things like, hey, do you think she's is this like cheating or not cheating, right? So Keke Palmer's boyfriend defends shaming her outfit. I have standards and morals, okay? So Keke Palmer's boyfriend, Darius Jackson, who's also the father of her child, isn't backing down after publicly shaming her wardrobe choice at Usher's show. Now says her sheer fit reflects poorly on their family. Darius is defending. Okay, so that's basically what he said, right? He said, "This is my family." So he went on and he was like, "What are you wearing?" Right? Like, what are you wearing? And he got lit up on social media. Now watch the clip. You tell me, dude. Hey, you tell me how you feel about this. This is your girl, okay? I don't think this is really about the outfit, dude. Okay? I really don't think this is about the outfit, right? So he starts like serenading her. I can't play it because it'll get copywritten. He's got his hand on his girl. She's got her hand on him. And she's like, "Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Usher. Mm-hmm. Sing it to me, baby. Look in my eyes while you sing, and I'll look in your eyes while I sing. Hey, Oh, for sure. Yep. Yes.
He's
Usher,
silly.
I am your girl. Look at this. Would you like what you see, big boy? I'm basically naked. Okay, now watch this part though. Right now. That shit. That right there is where, if it were me, dude, that's the part that would have really pissed me off. That part right there, that would have really fucking pissed me off, dude. All of it would have pissed me off, but this part would have really pissed me off. Oh my God. Oh shit, girl. Usher, can you fucking believe it? Oh my God, I would fuck him in 1 second. If he's down, I'm down. I mean, come on. Come on. It's Usher. I would definitely have sex with him, for sure. Like tonight. Absolutely. For sure I would do that. Dude, that was my girl, man. That clip would have been a serious fucking problem. But anyway, so that happened and it went viral and, you know, whatever. That's their history and apparently.
Exactly, Lulu. Exactly. Her body, she says when, she says how. Y'all, let's get the likes
Now
up.
they are friends doing interviews. Now let's move over to the other video about Diddy potentially getting off. Now I just want to show you guys the beginning of this, and then you guys go watch it on your own if you decide. But I have a lot of thoughts about this particular clip. This is on Piers Morgan, and this is Mark Garagos and some other guys talking about the Diddy case, and they really believe that there's a high chance that he walks.
Dumb. He's savvy. He got money. He got influence. Charging Diddy with those in the historical context is almost laughable.
That's Suge Knight's attorney.
This takes wokeism to a new level.
I'm from the street. I grew up around this dude. It's not laughable. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know for a fact it's not laughable.
You got that much money.
Exactly.
You got that much street credit. You can get people killed.
Kanye West is just seemingly out of control. Diddy case. How significant is it that one of his defense attorneys, high profile, Anthony Ricco, has quit and made it pretty clear, I think, in the wording of his resignation from the team and the case, that he...
Please hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, y'all.
He obviously, I imagine, has issues with Diddy himself.
I don't think that that's what was made clear in that in his filing to be off the case. We've talked about this. If you watch my content consistently, you already know. I think Anthony Ricco filed that stupid motion where he was saying that this was a racist application of the law, and then admitted that Diddy was guilty of the charge. And then I think his main attorney, Agafillo, was like, you got to go. I think that's what happened.
Well, in full disclosure, I've represented Sean off and on for many years, and my daughter is still the lead lawyer for Diddy. So from a father's perspective, I don't think it makes one whit of difference, frankly. Diddy knows what he's doing. I don't think that Tony was a lead lawyer in the case. Mark Agnifilo is the lead lawyer who's very accomplished. I understand that anything Diddy related tends to get a lot of clicks, but this, to me, is no more than just a speed bump.
Told you.
So we should...
Told you. And I did not know that. I did not know that Garagos' daughter was on that case. But that makes... that basically confirms exactly what I was saying. They were like, you're incompetent. You got to go.
Shouldn't be reading in...
He's not incompetent. Let's clear that up. There may be some internal fighting, but all of those are top tier attorneys. So just because he's the black guy and there was an issue, don't call him incompetent, because he's far effing from incompetent.
Anything more sinister, because it just seemed unusual for, in such a high profile case, for one of the team to publicly resign like this.
You're right. I don't think that, in fact, I would venture to say that there's nothing to be read into it other than what often happens with these cases. You know, I was thinking back many years ago to Michael Jackson after I saw this, and there were lawyer changes and shuffling of the deck. It happens often in high profile cases. I mean,
yeah, it's because there had like teams of lawyers. You know, think about like OJ's case. You had Shapiro, you had Johnny Cochran, you had Kardashian, just to name three. And I know there were more than those guys. I mean, that's like, right there, those are...
Exactly. Like, you really don't even know why he left. I mean, I understand and I respect the fact, and I'm responding to Lulu's point, disrespectful. Like, he's not effing incompetent. Like, incompetency, he would not be there. Now, if he has a different legal strategy, maybe it doesn't align with the other attorneys, but this pisses me off. In order for him to be at that level, he's defended Osama bin Laden. He's had some great Billy, Sammy the Bull, all big names. So this man is not effing incompetent. Now, is it possible that the other attorneys didn't agree? Possibly, yeah. But he wasn't fired. He quit, number one. And let's not use incompetent. Incompetent means you are unable to fulfill whatever the requirements are. He had a legal strategy that may have gone against the grain. That's not incompetency, idiot. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to call the man an idiot. I'm sorry, sir. But no, let's not say that.
Right? And he had, I believe, two more, I think. I think he had 5 attorneys working on that case.
There's always going to be some.
Thank you, Michael. Like Michael says, he was smart enough to get out. Exactly. I mean, I just don't like the fact when they start painting us as incompetent or no. Competency is not even the question. And at this level of the game, it's like maybe the strategies are different. There's some infighting, but let's not just go down to that level of he's incompetent. Man, this will make me want to get out the Webster's dictionary and look at the word incompetent and break it down to a finite point of what incompetency is, because that he is not that.
It's coming and going. Inevitably, I've seen it in every single case I've ever handled. I will tell you that I don't think it means much of anything at all in this case. Sean is, by all accounts, ready, willing, and able to go on May 5th, and I expect that you and I will be back talking about it.
What is your overview of where he is in terms of criminal liability here, in terms of what may happen to him and what?
Now, I just feel like Mr. Garagos, his daughter is one of the attorneys on the case as well. Isn't that a conflict of interest? I know he hasn't said much, but should he even be commenting on this? Like, and he's pretty much saying, oh, it's not what you think, it's no big deal. But should he even be speaking to this? I'm just asking.
Weight of the case, because we know that when the feds come for somebody, they normally have a very good success rate.
Well, that's absolutely true. I tell clients when they come into my office, the federal conviction rate is in the high 90s. So
I hope you guys are just so we're clear. I hope you guys know who this is that's speaking. That's Mark Garagos. Okay.
Yeah, we know Garagos. He's been with Diddy. He's been, R. Kelly. He's been with a lot of the top celebrities we know.
And this is actually relevant, just in case you guys don't know who that is. All right, Mark Garagos. All right, this dude is one of the most high-powered attorneys in the world. Okay, look at his notable clients: Winona Ryder, Michael Jackson, Roger Clinton, the Carradine family, Greg Anderson, Cameron Brown, Victor Williams, Chris Brown, Colin Kaepernick, Jussie Smollett. No way.
Yes, way.
That's funny, dude.
Because they got money.
Scottie Pippen, Travelers Insurance, and there's a bunch more that I know about that that he has been involved in. And did you know that he was also involved in that thing with Avenatti? Like Avenatti tried to blackmail Nike for $25 million.
Yeah. So when that whole Avenatti is one of the attorneys that was going against in the R. Kelly case, and during the same time that he was trashing R. Kelly and the whole trial was going on, he was found guilty. I didn't know until recently that Mark Garagos was also part of that whole situation. But yeah, it was a mess. They were all cited for fraud and everything.
That's what he's doing. That's what started the whole thing that got Michael Avenatti sent to prison forever. If you guys have already forgotten him, that's funny because he was the one who was representing Stormy Daniels. And he's like, I think I'm going to run for president. And the Democrats were like, yeah, we've seen this movie before. We didn't take Trump seriously. We're not letting this happen again. So they're like, just open an investigation. It turned out he was stealing his client's money. He's scum, Michael Avenatti, and now he's in prison. So But
Mark Garagos was part of that scam as well. I don't know what happened to him or if he wasn't, but his name was brought up in that whole situation as well.
Diddy found out there's a class of people, you don't mess around with those people, man.
understand there aren't that many lawyers walking around who've heard the words not guilty in a federal courtroom. So I've been fortunate to have that, as has my daughter and both Mark Agnifilo. I will tell you, this is my take on this case. This case has been, the media has so run with this idea that we have A-list celebrities, that we've got sex tapes. The tapes are about to drop. The sex tapes are involved, whether it's, and I don't even want to kind of push forward the kind of crazy narratives out there. But
he's, to me, talking too much. He has definitely been talking to his daughter. So should he even be talking? Like, sir, like, seriously, you probably need to be quiet.
Watching a TV show appears back in September where a woman said, a lawyer said that there were shopping tapes around and that this tape involved a A-list celebrity and blah.
Ariel Mitchell, Courtney Burgess.
Blah, blah. Everything that has happened since then, every public filing in that case has led me to one conclusion and one conclusion only, that these are private tapes involving just one or two other females and another willing participant.
Oh, he's trying to put a spin on it. He's trying to
I don't mean to call you out on this, dude, but New York Post, Diddy, A-list male. Okay? I don't mean to have to do this, dude. But A-list star, horrified as Diddy sex tape published posted media outlets, he feels like he was victimized years ago. I'm just saying, not women.
As far as I can tell, there are no tapes that involve so-called A-list celebrities. In fact, there's nobody else on these tapes except two other consenting adults. They
again, A-list star horrified as alleged Diddy sex tape gets pushed to media outlets. He feels like he was victimized years ago. The male A-list celebrity who was subject to an alleged sex tape with Sean Diddy Combs is horrified that the footage is being shopped around media outlets. Two members of the star's inner circle told the Post. I'm just saying, are they lying?
They weren't done.
Now, that A-list person, a lot of people suspect that it's Justin Bieber.
Surreptitiously, they weren't done covertly, and basically the government's case comes down to, did victim, as you know, they just
Oh, so Michael says it's Usher. Okay, yeah, it could be Usher or Justin. I mean, either or.
Added two victims, but it appears that it's just three, if you believe the defense, three ex-girlfriends. And that has morphed into now saying Bad Boy Records has been.
Who are the three ex-girlfriends? Cassie? Kim Porter's gone. So who? J-Lo? Who's the other girlfriend? I can't think of another girlfriend.
Sex trafficking enterprise, the likes of which is Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't
disagree with him on this. This is what I've been saying all along about the actual case, right? Like if you have a discerning ear for what I say in these videos, like I cover all of the like civil cases, but anytime that I've talked about the criminal case, I'm like, this case is light, dude. I've read the indictment. This case is light, man. Now, of course, you're not going to know until they get on the stand what they've got, what they're saying, what the videos are, so on and so forth. I mean, I don't know. But it seems to me that the actual, like, case itself is light. Now, I don't know that for sure. And also, I mean, I'm also taking for granted that things like, having someone walking around with MDMA to give people, which is definitely a crime, I consider that not really a crime. If they're taking it willingly, you know what I mean? If it's like, hey, man, you want an MDMA? It's like, sure, man, I would love an MDMA. Hey, would you like one? Yes. Would you like a Viagra? Sure.
Oh, okay. So Lulu was saying Miami. Okay, so we're seeing J-Lo, Miami, and Cassie. Okay. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button.
Like, I don't care about that. But it is illegal. That's the thing. It is illegal. Okay? So if you get like a motivated prosecution team, that may have BlackRock behind them, that's like, you need to put this guy in the slammer. They start rigging you up on felonies that you did not consider to be crimes.
Yeah, I did a video with Miami. She got a Ferrari, one of her little Dubai guys. And like I was saying, Y'all know them girls go over there and what happens to them. They pay a lot of money to be human toilets for those men, and they get a bag. So I don't know what Miami is doing. And the man bought her a Ferrari, but she can only use it when she's there in Dubai. She cannot bring it back to the States. Okay, so I don't know what that's all about. To me, that's like he didn't get it for you. It's just on loan, girl. But back to this guy.
Are, you know what I mean? Per the law.
See it. I haven't seen anything that gives me any indication that that is the case.
Matthew, I saw you nodding there. Yes. You were a criminal trial consultant and a defense attorney for 25 years. You represented, like I said, Suge Knight. With over 100 jury trials you were involved in, doing a lot of murder cases, you secured a lot of not guilty verdicts. Now, you said an interesting thing. You said that you're no fan of Diddy.
Okay, that's kind of funny. They're like, all right, moving right along on the camera. He's talking about the guy who had been a criminal defense consultant who has 100 murder trials.
Consultant.
Like, who does he
mean?
A
defense attorney for 25 years. You've represented, like I said, Suge Knight.
They're like, it's him.
With over 100 jury trials.
You don't recognize him? He's not.
A lot of murder cases. You secured a lot of.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. That's who we were looking for. It's like, yeah. One of those two is a criminal defense consultant. The other one is a rap guy that everybody recognizes as definitely not a criminal defense attorney. Anyway, it's neither here nor there.
Guilty verdicts. Now, you said an interesting thing. You said that you're no fan of Diddy, but you still think this case might not be a very strong one. Explain that.
I agree.
Okay, you guys get the likes up. Let's hit the like button. Now, a lot of the legal analysts are saying that the case is not airtight. What do you guys think? I think it is. I mean, I'm just going on the bits of misinformation we're getting online, but I just think he's going to have to plead down or, have a plea deal to get his time down. But they're saying he may walk. I don't think so.
With Mark 1,000,000%. This is a joke. This case is blown up into something that from nothing. When you have, first of all, a number 5 or 6 lawyer getting off a case means nothing. He's mad he didn't get enough camera time. He's mad he thinks he wants more money.
He filed that idiotic motion 2 days before he got kicked off the case.
It means nothing about the case. In all likelihood, he wasn't even particularly...
Sir, these are attorneys, and they're telling you how this goes. Your opinion, my opinion. Like, if you are not a practicing attorney, then you're just in your feelings about this as to what went down. You don't know.
Privy to all the comings and goings that were going on with the case. I'd be very surprised. Mark Garagos doesn't sit down and have conversations with 4 and 5 lawyers at the bottom. And it's nothing intentional. It's just the practical reality. In Sean Combs' cases, this guy is a unique individual, but he's not dumb. He's arrogant, he's obnoxious, he's a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that a lot of people in the music industry are, but he's not dumb. And he has an inherent, every time I've ever met him, I thought he had an inherent quality of fear. He was afraid of doing anything for himself, afraid of going to jail, which I understand, I get it. But this is the case where here's a crazy thought. There are some people in Hollywood who have different sex lives than people in mid-America. It's like Mark referred to. I've talked to people about these videos multiple occasions. No one's told me that there's ever any. 1, there's no baby oil. 2, there's no children. 3, there's no force, no coercion, no duress. These are commercial sex workers. He's a voyeur. He liked to watches his significant others have sex. There's just almost nothing to this case.
I agree with this. I really do. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to walk. But, in terms of the criminal stuff, dude, the civil cases are a completely different thing. It's like, why aren't, where the criminal prosecution is there. But in terms of the criminal prosecutions, that's different. But they did flip his drug mule, dude. Okay, they flipped his drug mule. That guy's going to testify against him. That's a problem. That is a real serious problem. Anyway, I'll tell you what. I have been going long enough that I think it's probably best.
Okay, you guys. So a couple things that he said in terms of the baby oil. Now, y'all can go back and look at all the videos. I was one of the first YouTubers. I'm a smaller one, so my video didn't get as much traction. I was one of the first to report on the, baby oil situation. And what I found is that it was allegedly, they found the baby oil. It has not been proven that there's GHB in that baby oil. I did some research and found that you can put GHB in different oils, and that there have been a big bust in China with different imports coming in, different, that people were putting stimulants in like baby oils and, the stuff that when you're given massages. I was one of the first videos about that. It was big on TikTok. And the first person, if you look at my video, I was stating what was said by Sloan Bella, the psychic. However, there has not been, y'all, and I'm just keeping it real because people are throwing out misinformation. There is not one document that substantiates the fact that there was GHB in that baby oil. That's number one. So that's just something that took off, of course, as, just different YouTubers, we reported about it. They found the baby oil. Allegedly, it had GHB, but allegedly, there's been not one confirmation that it was tested and it was found to have the GHB. Misinformation. The second point that he makes is in terms of the children in the videos. Ariel Mitchell and Courtney Burgess, they came out, talked about the fact that there were some, the videos possibly had children. Well, here's the thing. Courtney Burgess has come forward maybe 3 months ago and said that he cannot confirm that the video had children in it or underage, and he was kind of retracting that. So it's like a lot of the information, just like this gentleman said, but I still think that Diddy is guilty. I don't think that he's going to walk. But a lot of the things that are just salacious and that we're hearing in the media are just things that we are blowing up as YouTubers. And I can say for a fact, we report on things that we hear, but there's nothing that substantiated a lot of this information. And some of the first people that are coming forward making these allegations, Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell, talking about trying to push videos. That's what they were trying to do. And when they were pressed about, well, what's really in the videos, and we can go back and we can find them, it was like, well, did you see an underage person? Well, I don't really know. And then remember, Courtney Burgess was kind of backtracking and said, well, I didn't even look at the videos because remember, he was talking about the videos from Kim Porter. He didn't want to look at it because he knew that it will be illegal because it was PRN. So a lot of the stuff that people are saying, it's just salacious for clicks and views. Let's be fact-based here. A lot of the stuff we won't know legitimately until they go into discovery. And that's when we'll know whether or not they tested the baby oil and if they found the GHB. Now, the thing about the GHB, and I did my research, generally it has to be it has to be taken orally or put in your body in one of your orifices. I think that's the right word. But to just rub it topically does not necessarily do anything. Could it be some other stimulant that he used in the baby oil? Possibly. But a lot of this stuff is just kind of fabricated and being put out there, just for clicks and views. Let me see what you guys are saying. So let me see. There's some other stuff. Let's see. We talked about the Jeffrey Epstein. Let me go here. And Diddy's new lawsuit. Okay. Let me turn this around. So there's a new lawsuit that came out today. Like I said before, at this point, I'm just like, I don't know. But this is, excuse me, being reported by Rolling Stone. And it says a new lawsuit alleges disgraced music mogul, and that was today, repeatedly assaulted a female contestant on the first season of VH1 reality show I Want to Work for Diddy. Oh, wow. I've never heard. Now, this is new to me. I haven't heard about this. Let me see. I never heard about this, about him messing with one of the female contestants. It says the contestant, Kendra Hoffney, claims the abuse took place in 2007 after she was selected as a finalist for the first season of the show. In her lawsuit filed Thursday in Manhattan, Hoffney alleges her interactions with Combs were sporadic at first but became more consistent as filming progressed. She claims one night Combs invited her to an after party where she was offered a drink and ushered to his side. Hoffney claims the drink must have been drugged because she started to feel delirious. According to the lawsuit, Combs allegedly guided Hoffney's head down to have her perform oral on him. Hoffney claims the effects of whatever she ingested, along with the power dynamics of the situation, left her feeling powerless to resist. Plaintiff wanted to leave, but as the oral with Diddy continued, she felt her body getting weak and ultimately passed out, the lawsuit obtained by Rolling Stone alleges. Hoffney claims she eventually woke up. She woke up back in the I Want to Work for Diddy cast house with Combs sitting on the foot of the bed. Okay. She says she knew that she had been rugged with something. She felt weak and her vajayjay area felt sore, the lawsuit alleges. Plaintiff knew she had been assaulted but did not know what to say or who to speak to, and was ashamed, confused, degraded, humiliated, and shocked, so she suffered in silence and continued on the show. I don't know. I got to look this girl up because I don't know who that is. Hoffney says that a short time later, she flew with the cast to Los Angeles for further filming. Without elaborating, she claims Combs subjected her to additional acts of assault and misconduct in California. Oh, interesting. Okay. The new lawsuit is one of dozens filed against Combs since his former partner, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, accused him of rape and trafficking in November of 2023. A spokesperson for Combs did not immediately respond to a request for comment Thursday, but his lawyers have said in prior statements that the music mogul never assaulted anyone. Now, this one was from today. Hoffney, a resident of Delaware, was able to file her 18-year-old claim using a look-back window. Okay, so here we go with the whole statute of limitation stuff people are using a look-back window tied to a New York City law enacted in 2000 that allows victims to sue their attackers and related institutions for alleged gender-motivated violence. The 2-year look-back window, which closes Saturday, okay, so everybody's trying to get their stuff in before this weekend, has allowed plaintiffs to file lawsuits that otherwise were beyond the statute of limitations. So everybody is scrambling to get their case in on Diddy, okay? In addition to Combs, Hoffney is also suing VH1 and Bad Boy Entertainment. Hoffney is seeking compensatory and punitive damages. Representatives for VH1's parent company, Paramount, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. 3 more lawsuits were filed. Oh, okay. So, yeah, there's some other lawsuits that were filed today as well. 3 more lawsuits were filed by other named plaintiffs Thursday that accused Combs of sexual assaults that allegedly took place prior to the passing of the Gender Motivated Violence Act in 2000. Plaintiff Aristalia Benitez alleges she was a student at New York University in 1995 when Combs purportedly fed her a beverage at a restaurant dinner and forcibly groped her before she passed out. She claims she later woke up in a cab feeling as though she had been raped. The lawsuit alleges that Combs vaginally penetrated her while she was unconscious. Yeah, I mean, plaintiff Leslie Cockrell alleges she was accosted by Combs at a party in the Hamptons in 1999 when she was 24 years old. She says Combs offered her a drink that caused her to lose consciousness. Cockrell claims she woke up to find Combs on top of her, vaginally penetrating her without consent. This man is crazy. I mean, I do believe some of these happen. You know, some of them are just a money grab, and some I believe he did do it. And if he did all of this, he's a sicko. Plaintiff Justin Gooch alleges he was 16 years old and living in New Jersey in 1999 when he met Combs at a Tunnel nightclub in Manhattan. He claims Combs gave him 4 ecstasy pills, alcohol, and ketamine, and then violently pushed him down and anally penetrated him. Now, interesting about this thing, this whole thing, he said it happened in 1999, but were they using ketamine back in the day? Maybe the ecstasy and the alcohol, but I mean, some of this stuff, like, I don't know, like, ketamine, was that even a thing back then? I thought that was kind of a more recent, and how did he know what it was? Like, did you get tested for it? So some of this stuff, to me, when it goes to the jury, they're going to be kind of asking questions, and these are just questions you will have to ask. How did you know it was ketamine? How did you know it was ecstasy? Did you go to the doctor and get tests run? You know, because they're making a lot of allegations and claims, and I'm sure his attorneys are going to challenge all of this. The Thursday filings followed after a male escort from Florida filed yet another lawsuit against Combs on Wednesday, and in that complaint, the John Doe plaintiff claims Combs assaulted him in 2012. And so that's not so old like some of the other ones. Combs, 55, remains locked up in federal detention center in Brooklyn while he awaits a May 2025 trial on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking. According to an expanded indictment list filed last month, Combs allegedly coerced at least 3 women into commercial acts dating as far back as 2004. Prosecutors claim Combs presided over a criminal organization, and if he presided over it and it's a RICO case, we know there are going to be other people involved, which now they're trying to say his mother is going to be one of the people called into this as well, that also engaged in drug distribution, kidnapping, and arson. If convicted as charged, he's facing the possibility of up to life in prison. So, y'all, we have gone through quite a few things tonight. So I am going to end it here. Shout out again to my co-host Lulu. Please go follow her on Lulu's World 93 on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And y'all, thank you for joining me. Please hit the like button. I mean, I think I'm just all talked out. But I thank everybody for coming tonight. And always remember, life is not a one size fits all. So do you, boo. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.